Hello, everybody. Oh, sorry about that. I'm Fritz. Welcome back to my channel. All right. Oh gosh. Sorry about that. So today, this video is gonna be about simplicity. I've been watching a couple. Sorry, my voice is weird. Yeah, so I've been watching a couple videos, art videos about like, would you stop? Sorry, my tripod just doesn't want to cooperate with me today. Yeah, so I've been watching a couple of videos about just creativity and art talking and stuff, just trying to get ideas and things. And I came across this one video, and he was basically talking about simplicity, right? I forget what the video is, but he was talking about like how you need like certain ingredients to draw and come up with things, right? One of the examples was like come up just come up with like two or three random objects and then kind of base your drawing off of that, right? And I was talking with one of my friends earlier, and she was like, I was talking to her about what kind of like how you can just come up with anything when it comes to drawing, and she was like, demon chair, and I'm like, what? And she's like, a demon chair, and I'm like, okay, I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but that makes sense. And then after when I watched that video, like that demon chair idea popped up in my head again, and it made like a ton of sense. Like just two random objects, and you can take any creative liberties you want after that. And I thought, wow, that's actually like a solid idea. And I've never even like seen anything like that. So it's just like, why don't I actually try something like that? And I went ahead and did it. Spent like a good hour and a half just coming up with all these different designs and all that. Going through like a whole lot of like beta testing and like just like the general like character design kind of yeah, the whole character design process. I just went through it and it was a lot of fun. I haven't had that much fun drawing a character in a long time. But back to what I was saying, right? Simplicity. So what this guy was saying was like, you can't just you're making everything too complicated. Like if you can't like when it comes to drawing, you can have billions of ideas all together, like 100,000 different concepts all on top of each other. And this is what I've been doing like recently. Like when it comes like I have this character named Gunther, right? And I don't really know what they look like or what they're about or what they do because I've been like just throwing like all of my concepts and ideas at the wall and seeing what sticks. And like it's just too complicated. Like I just simply can't wrap my head around it and get something that I like. And after watching this video, I feel like I kind of cracked that code. It's like instead of trying to come up with 100 different concepts and trying to employ each and every one of them, why don't you just have one or two concepts? One or two incredibly simple concepts, like the most basic thing. And it's kind of like this thing. So I came up with demon and a chair. And I'm like, okay, what can I do with that? So is it like a cursed chair or is the chair itself a demon? Like what's going on? And that kind of gets your gear like the creative gears turning and all of that. And that kind of gets all your brain kind of gets your brain moving, your creativity starts to move also. You start to come up with things. And like that's just where it all starts. So keeping it simple is super important. You have to keep it simple. Because once you start dipping into the territory of okay, so it's a demon chair and it's got like these like armrests and it's this color and it's this and I gotta pull from this and this and this and this, and you're just gonna like handicap yourself because like it's too much. There's too much going on. Don't know what's going on. There's too much of it. And you kind of just have to give yourself, like, just room. Just give yourself room and simplify it. Boil it down to its most simple components. Sorry, it's not very centered. I should change that. And that's what I did with this drawing. Like, boiling it down to its most simple components. It's a demon chair. All these other, like, random moving parts and all of that, that's all that stuff, all that came afterwards. But at the very, like, what is it? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. The start of it, right? The basic, what we're trying to do is we're drawing a demon chair. So we have to incorporate some sort of chair and some sort of monster. And that's kind of it. Everything else can kind of come afterwards. Like all these three eyes and all these like veins and all this like weird like kind of brain stuff on top of it. And like all the coloring, like all that stuff can come later, right? I don't think I'll have room to color it in this video, but because I kind of wanted to like show you like the process of me doing this. Like all that stuff can come later. But like right now, you just had to come up with the idea of, oh, I'm gonna draw a monster, but it's in a chair form, and that's it. Nothing else. And like now that it's been boiled down to those, what in the world?